My dog stepped on a bee.
So this person really wanted me to pick between A Day to Remember's Bloodsucker and Bring Me the Horizon's Kingslayer for some reason, like that's some sort of competition. It's easy. Bring Me the Horizon's Kingslayer wins this by a mile. It's all over the place, but it's all over the place in the right way. With Bloodsucker, it's a terrible opener, a terrible choice to even have it kick off the album, and just a terrible song in general. Like, A Day to Remember can do a lot better. They tried to do too much to impress start, whereas with Kingslayer, I feel like Bring Me the Horizon and Baby Metal found a way to make their different sounds fit each other, and they made a really, really good and catchy and even heavy song.
B.
If he's cancelled, why is Viva Las Vengeance killing it on the charts? Look, when I titled that video, Brendan Urie is cancelled, this was back when I guess you can technically say he was, because he wasn't doing anything. Those false allegations really had him in a pickle, and the song's doing well because we know now those allegations were false, so there's no need to cancel him. I knew once he would come back with whatever it was that it was going to do well. I never thought he was canceled in the first place. It's just what I titled the video because people were trying to get him canceled, and they kind of succeeded for a little bit, but in the end, he overcame whatever was going on and has come back stronger than ever, and that's why Viva Las Vengeance is doing well, because he was never really canceled. He just kind of took a break after almost getting canceled.
B.
I wouldn't mind Paramore going back to pop punk so long as the lyrics are more mature and reflect where they are now. Well, they already have mature lyrics, and Hayley Williams, I think, has made it clear that they're not returning to the emo pop punk on this next album. So, for the people who are anticipating and expecting it, it came out of Hayley's mouth that it's not gonna happen, at least with this album or ever. So, just kind of take a step back and don't get your hopes up.
B.
Well, that's dumb. Nice job, America. I don't think it was America's fault as much as it was Disney's fault for firing Johnny Depp that quickly before anything even came out amidst these allegations, but, you know, people are still hoping that there's a chance that he'll come back as Captain Jack Sparrow, and I keep trying to put it to people that he does not want to do it anymore. He said, doesn't matter how much money you offer him, he is not coming back, and I completely understand. So, restarting the franchise with a different actor, in this case actress, as Margot Robbie is set to don the role of a new Pirates character, seems to be the right way to go. Give us a new character that we can all come to love and enjoy, and we'll just kind of remember Captain Jack Sparrow for what he was. The first 3 movies, he was fun, enjoyable, and then the last 2 movies, he just kind of became unbearable and not fun at all, and that's one of the reasons I think they should have stopped after the 3rd Pirates of the Caribbean movie. But for Hollywood, money's money, and they'll run anything into the ground. So starting over is where they need to go with Pirates of the Caribbean in a new direction. So I'm not upset that Johnny Depp won't be Captain Jack Sparrow. Am I upset he got fired by Disney? Sure. But at this point in time, I've just kind of accepted the fact, you know, it's done, it's over with, it is whatever. And who's to say he doesn't come back later down the line? There's been a lot of comebacks of people who have played characters for like 10 years or 15 years back that they haven't played since that are coming back and reprising their roles as that character. I mean, look at the 2 Spider-Men, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, and their villains. Those actors came back. Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen came back as Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader. So Johnny Depp could potentially be back, just probably not anytime soon.
B.
Really cool to see how supportive of Josh's comments section is. I don't think it's really cool, because again, his take is wrong. You can say this, that, and the other, but I'll say it one last time. Being a pedophile and being gay are 2 completely different things. Comparing those 2 is stupid. When you are in a gay relationship, that is a consensual relationship between 2 adults. When you are a pedophile, you are preying on underage children, doing things to them you shouldn't be doing, and it is non-consensual. 2 very completely different things, and that's a fact. It's not me stating an opinion, that is a fact. If you look up the definition of the 2, completely different. So the fact that Josh even went there and people are supporting him for it, it's like, no, because he's wrong.
B.
It's a showbiz stunt, nothing more. I hate when people said this about the Will Smith Chris Rock incident at the, the Oscars, because who does this benefit? Sure, people can say, well, the views for the Oscars go up, but, like, I don't see the Oscars stooping that low to fake something like this. Like, the obviously staged Amy Schumer, Kirsten Dunst thing, that was obviously staged, and that was obviously something, I guess, to, you know, make the show a little bit better. But with this, it was a spur-of-the-moment thing. Chris Rock made a joke that he thought, like, everybody else was just, you know, gonna let it, oh, it's a joke, it's okay, he means nothing by it. But after Will Smith laughed and his wife Jada gave him that look, he went up there, slapped Chris Rock unprofessionally, and Chris Rock handled it the most professional way I think he could, and Will Smith should have been kicked out of the show, but he wasn't, because I guess he felt privileged to be that celebrity there, and he's like, you can't kick me out, I'm Will Smith, and it's just, it was utterly ridiculous, and you know, it's not going to it benefited the Grammys, sure, or not the Grammys, the Oscars, because, well, they get the views and whatnot, and they get talked about, but for Will Smith, I don't know why he would do this when he would know that now the blacklisting is going to start, as a lot of his future projects have been halted or pulled, and with Chris Rock, okay, yeah, he started selling tickets for his shows, but he's not humongous, and it, you know, with an incident like this, if he were to actually tell a joke that was supposed to be offensive because the Oscars told him to, you would think people would kind of be not okay with that. Like, it's just, in my mind, it was a joke that wasn't harmful, that Chris Rock said, and Will Smith was laughing at it, thought it was funny, but he saw his wife was upset, so instead of going to Chris after the show or something, be like, hey man, my wife and I are just tired of the jokes, if you could not do that. It was an alopecia joke, like, people are like, oh my god, her baldness, this and that and the other, it's an illness. Alopecia's not an illness, I have alopecia, or alopecia, however you say it. I lose hair sometimes. Get over it. You know, that's all I really have to say. She's not dying. You don't have cancer. If it really, really bothered you that much, wear a wig like some of the other females do on that show. Like, it's not that hard. Like, okay, maybe you were embracing it, but if you were really, really that bothered by it, then you would have done something to, you know, not make it noticeable to you at all. Like, it's just a ridiculous situation that got way too out of hand. And at this point, I'm glad that people are done talking about it, because it's something that happened. We have to live with the fact that it happened. There was repercussions for the person that did it, and the other person that it happened to actually gained some, how do I say, momentum, because it benefited them in some way, but it wasn't a staged event. Anyone who thinks it is dumb, that the Oscars would stoop that low to have an assault on camera be like a thing. Like, this was, there's times where it's obvious, because Will Smith either would have A, hit him lightly, or B, wouldn't have hit him at all, and Chris Rock would have made it look like he was hit, and there would have been a sound effect played, and there would have been laughs and all that at the end of the day. But there was none of that. Will Smith came up, hit him pretty hard, he was really pissed off, and Chris Rock was really stunned because he was at a loss for words. That was when I knew it wasn't fake, because if you're leaving Chris Rock at a loss for words, then he's obviously shell-shocked by something, and obviously that something was the slap by Will Smith's gigantic-ass hand. B. Terrible list, but it's okay. So which is it? Is it okay or terrible? I mean, I ranked Bring Me the Horizon's albums on a tier list, and I ranked a lot of their metalcore, deathcore stuff lower, because I feel like it hasn't aged well, and it wasn't that great from the stuff they've been putting out now. But to call it terrible and then say, but it's okay, it's just kind of like, so which is it? B. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you're staying safe out there. Continue wearing your mask. Go get vaccinated if you haven't already, but if you haven't, you've been living under a rock. And until then, that's it for me. I will catch you all in the next one.
My bee stepped on a dog.